Hello and welcome to this one-sided Q&A. Now, how do you like your YouTuber doing this sort of thing, where they discuss themselves, what they like, what they don't like, and what's going on in their lives? Drop it down in the comments what your opinion is of that. Now, what I'm going to talk about is myself. I know it's all about me, but what I like about YouTube, dislike about YouTube, dislike about you, the viewers, like about you, the viewers, and other YouTubers I might call out or blast, but lack of a better term, and sort of how I got started and where I wish to go and why I want to go there. Now, as you can see on the screen now, I'm a bit different. I have painted nails, nice red ones. I have green on this one, but you can't really, you can't really see. They're fluoro green. Now, I like being different because I actually have a disability which affects my speech and my memory as far as playing this YouTube game, doing games and everything. But the actual disability stops me from being able to use my proximal muscles properly, which are the closest to your trunk. So walking is difficult. Picking up a kettle feels like I'm picking up about 5-10 kilo weight. So you can imagine I don't really move all that fluid, and people look at me all weird because I walk like a crippled old man. So doing stuff like that makes me feel better mentally when people look at me weird. It's a coping mechanism, but also I don't mind doing stuff that other people don't. Now, that disability does affect me doing this because of my speech and memory problems. If I talk a long time, my speech gets worse and it's hard to articulate what I am saying, worse than it is now. And then I can't remember what I was doing or things like that. Like, if I was told something and it's like, okay, I'll go do that, I could possibly, as soon as I close the door or go do something, completely forget it. I won't even remember I forgot something. And yeah, like, when that comes to games and you forget what you were doing or the recipes or the way to get somewhere, that becomes difficult to actually play the game in a fluid manner, because I need to constantly look up things or look at references or find this, find that, because I can't remember certain amounts of this, that, the other thing that other people can. But it's my issue, obviously, not no one else's, and it's my job to actually become better at dealing with that, to create content that people like. Now, how did I get started? Well, I was playing Minecraft, and we'll click over here. The bottom video there is my first ever upload back on September 11, 2021. Right now it is 28th of the 1st, 2023. So obviously been on it for a year and a bit. Now, I made that particular video because I was obviously playing Minecraft and seeing people upload videos of farms and designs and builds which I had come up with myself, but obviously because I didn't create content, the person who does create content obviously uploaded it. And then after seeing it for quite some time, or they would create the design but they wouldn't create it efficiently, I decided I would do the videos. Also, it was around the same time I actually start being seriously affected by my disability, and to the point where I knew I wasn't going to really be able to work normal. Because what do they ask? Because I worked as like cafe barista, PT, that sort of thing. And to put in that perspective, I used to fight professionally for a few years, and I was alright at it. But as you can think, that takes a lot of physical activity and movement and all that. And now I can barely pick up a kettle. So as I said, it's a bit hard to look for real work, and obviously this is real work, but real out in the real world, and find something, because they ask, can you pick this up? No, not really. Can you walk over here, do all this quickly? Not really. I can't really do anything quickly. I haven't run in about 3 years because I can't. I used to be able to run 10k in about 40 minutes. Now I can't run at all. So I decided, against my, don't know how to describe it. I'm not an outgoing person. I'm not very good in social situations. I'm not the life of the party. Being pretty much an outcast whole life, and not really the in crowd type person. Now, to do YouTube, it wasn't that bad at first because I didn't want to talk. I made a lot of videos up until I did a storybook mode hardcore series in Minecraft, a 100-day video, when I talked. And yeah, it was difficult at first for many reasons. One, not used to it. Two, talking like this is different to talking to someone on the streets or something, because the way you think you sound and the way you sound to as you listen to yourself on the editing and all that, completely different. And it takes a bit of time to talk as if you are talking to someone, because a lot of the times the viewers forget, and it's quite easy to forget that, because you don't think of it, that the person you are watching, if they are doing it solo and just playing a game or something, they're talking to themselves. Now, in the comments, drop down in the comments and write whether you forget that they are just talking to themselves in a room, or talking to someone that's next, like a duo, doing a clothing or doing something like that, like where you're actually with someone but you're still talking to a camera. Drop down in it if you sometimes get mistaken that, oh yeah, they're talking to their audience. No, they're actually just talking to themselves. Like, if someone was just there watching and didn't have any context, they'd think they're crazy and think they should be put in a special care. So in the comments, drop down if you forget that there's sometimes, oh yeah, they're talking to themselves. Now, as I said, I'm going to talk about different things like you and me and people like you. Now, the viewers, I have had a good experience with 99% of the viewers. The 1% are generally trolls, and I've had arguments on Discord with some of them because they are specifically saying negative comments to be a negative person. If they use their words constructively to say what's wrong, I wouldn't have a problem. people have actually commented and said their issues with my videos, and the constructive criticism has made my videos better. Now, one problem at the moment I have is sometimes I edit it and try to fit, because I record obviously for 2-3 hours most times. I try to fit all that in 10 minutes and it can be chaotic and you don't get a flow. And because sometimes it's hard for me to actually do this in a general talking and playing sense between real life and just in-game, sometimes what I am doing isn't easy to just keep talking. The videos don't really get immersive between viewer and play, and I'm trying to improve it. I'm trying to learn a lot about something I knew nothing about when I started. And we'll go back to the analytics. As you can see, I have 1749 subscribers, and last 28 days I've had the numbers you see up there, and that's the last 48 hours. Now, from September 2021 to now, I've had to teach myself everything. I haven't had a mentor or a guide or anything like that. I've reached out and asked people for help. I actually did it recently as well. I won't put him on public display, or her on public display. I will if time comes where I feel it's appropriate, but for now, I have asked them, they know who they are, and they gave me criticism which I am working on. Now, if you haven't seen the analytic page, which most people don't show because it actually shows a lot more than people think. And YouTube keeps changing anyway. This, a month ago, probably wouldn't have some of the stuff that it does when you start clicking internal in it. As you can see, you got the amount of views in the last 28 days. That's actually a lot from shorts. Shorts are a very good way to get your name out there. Subscribers and revenue. Most people think that you just make bank as soon as you hit the 1,000, but you don't. Depending on the game you play, the videos you make, the length of videos you make, and the type of viewer you get, whether it's YouTube searcher, Discord video click on, or whatever, it depends on whether your videos are worth anything to YouTube. They get paid regardless. Their job is to earn money, not give you money, which is strictly business, but they don't really care. Their priority is not for the content creators, it's for their shareholders, which just business, but they should try and boost a lot more content creators in a very simple way that they could actually achieve it. But that's... Now, what do I want to do with my YouTube channel? Obviously, I want it to grow. But I want to, and this from the start, I wanted to create content which people obviously like and enjoy, but are informative, fun, they learn something, or they can just put it on and escape from whatever they're dealing with at the moment. I put YouTube on, or a video on, or music, or whatever, sometimes when you just want to get away from the world. And obviously the last few years there's been a lot of times that within the pretty much global. So if my content makes you forget what you're doing, even for 5-10 minutes, 20 minutes, even my shorts, like 20 seconds a minute, then that is success for me. Obviously I want to earn enough to call it a living, but I want to earn enough to be able to give back to the people that have helped me and do all that. So there's not, oh, I just want to earn X amount and just be rich and drive cars. I can't drive because of my disability anyway, so my needs aren't that great, because between what my needs are without my disability and what my needs are with my disability are quite low. I just want to be able to do what I do, create videos, play games, and then give back to people. And obviously I need the YouTube to grow for that. And then one thing I would like is more feedback from you guys, because I'm guilty of myself. A lot of the times viewers don't give feedback even when they believe the person should do XYZ. So try to be more impactful. It's a word. But yeah, if you have something to say and it's constructive, good or bad, drop a comment. Me, someone else, whoever it is, just drop a comment. On my channel, if you're constructive about your criticism, you'll never get blasted for it or banned or anything like that. Now, there are YouTubers that do blast people. One is, which funny enough is created a channel which seems to be deliberate, is Captain Sparkles. He will ban people from his Twitch and everything, and pretty much people join his Twitch in some aspect sometimes to actually get banned. If you do something which he doesn't like, the most notable is when he played Vault Hunters. The viewers got to pick the type of vaults they run. If you picked a negative one and he died, you would get banned from his channel. Or if your character appeared in the game and killed him, you'd get banned. And he was on everyone else's Twitch. He was known as Big Crybaby and Sook, which he took the mantle of that and turned it into something where he made money out of it and cranked up the whinging and whining. Except the diehard fans then went and attacked the creator of the mod pack, and it wasn't fair to him. Now, he created a second channel, another channel recently called Sparkle Pants. I did not see that name appear in any of the Twitch feeds until I started to call him that a little while back on Iscals and H-bombs. So possibly it caught on, and he, being who he is, took it and now trying to own it and make money out of it. He's actually quite good to see an opportunity to make money, which, fair enough, fine, well done. But yeah, another one that does what he does, and not all his content is actually top notch, but that's part of making videos. Sometimes you're in a bit of a rush. Now, I want to obviously create my channel. I don't actually aim low. I want to get the 100k, the million, and the, what is it, 10 million? Yeah, I think it's 10 million. Little plaque and things. Now, is it possible that I will never reach those heights? Yes. Do I care? No. Because I'm going to aim as high as I can. And why aim lower? Now, if you have any opinion on what I've said, any opinion about what this Q&A is, or just want to say hi, put it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if any time you actually enjoyed yourself. But until next time, see ya! That'll get boring if I start ranting about that. Now, top YouTubers, let's list a couple. We have Mumbo Jumbo. We'll say, I lost the name. Tip of my tongue, I had it. Silent Whisperer. Obviously two Minecraft people, one on each version. Let's say Blur. He plays Ark. And we'll keep it to those three. Now, if you don't know who each of them are, you should know who Mumbo is, because he's been perceived as one of the greatest ever Minecraft players that is, even though he's not. In my opinion. It's purely my opinion, but I'm allowed my opinion. You can see over the, if you watch him and watch the other people around him, you can see he doesn't know as much as he thinks he knows, because he hasn't kept himself educated in the ways that it's changed. Now, he gets 10,000 subscribers every 2 months, exactly. No more, no less. Whenever a Starter Hermitcraft season starts, he'll get like 50k instead of 10. And his numbers are exact same, give or take, depending on the Hermitcraft episode, or whether he's doing something that increases it just because more people like it. Now, my opinion, that proves that he's using a third party to actually get a certain amount of subscribers and views, and probably comments and all that, which is fine, but it means his content has gone down. I don't think he really cares about making his content as much as he did when he started, which is sad, because if you're on something like YouTube and you don't like what you are making content on, you shouldn't be on YouTube. Too many people are on YouTube that don't even like what they're doing. A lot of people play Minecraft because of the money that they can make. They're not actually fans of Minecraft. And that's a lot of the top guys. Now, Silent Whisperer, he's got in trouble before on forums and stuff for stealing other people's work and just using it as his own, not giving proper credit. And he is one of many who just take someone else's work, does a video on the content, as in just recreates what they did, and then either give them no credit or put the credit all the way buried in the description. Those type of people get so much credit for stuff they don't even do. And again, it might be the third party, because you can buy comments, you can buy subscribers, you can buy positive and negative likes, dislikes, negative comments, everything. But no one calls them out, and if someone calls them out, they delete the comment. The third type of person I like or don't like, it's just a type of person that people like or don't like, is Blur. I like his content. I like watching his content. His content sometimes is forced. It's as if he needs to make a video, or people want him to make a video on something, or he's got a backlog of videos. And it's just, I'm going to be busy this month, so I need a bunch of videos so I can upload them. But the content just ain't there. Now, I believe he likes Ark. You can't do some of the stuff Blur does without liking Ark, because it takes hours to actually make some of the content that he does. And a lot of mental goes into it. But once again, because of the size he is, or the type of creator he is, his content is lacking in some aspects, because he's trying to appease the viewers. And the amount of negative stuff that once they reach a certain point, the negative stuff that they will cop if they say, sorry, I'm too busy, even for a week, they'll get pretty much death threats. And that's on you guys. You guys need to tell the bad viewers, just stop. Too many people don't, or get in arguments with them instead of just cutting them out. So if you see that, be a good viewer and tell them to stop.